What is up, everybody, and welcome to the show. As always, I am Camtastic, and this is In Response, where every other week, 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 0 friends gather around their desks to update you on the goings on in the CDH world and our personal journeys throughout the format. Joining me this week is Nico, aka Max of Delight, as always. How's it going, Nico?
It's going pretty well. Happy to be here.
Awesome. And our co-host, well, I guess we're all co-hosts, as always, is Julian the Magician MTG. How's it going, Julian?
Pretty good, excited. I don't know if anyone who caught it, but I upgraded. I finally have a big boy computer, as I've been told. So
Nice.
good
Exciting
to
stuff.
getting ready for some Baldur's Gate. Hopefully, maybe some content.
Oh, Baldur's Gate content. Let us know, chat, if you want to see it. All right. Well, remember, guys, if you miss us live, you can always tune in on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, or later on the VODs on YouTube. But now it's time for the show. All right, gentlemen. Sorry, I got a little thrown off there.
How rude! You didn't even introduce our guest.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Cam, what's going on, man?
I was waiting for Luis to do his intro. My bad. You're right. Yeah, I got distracted with chat. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Clean take.
Luis MtG. I mean, we could do a clean take, or we can just add this in just for fun, just for shits and gigs.
The whole thing.
Just the whole
thing. All right. Well, our guest this week, El Champion himself, champion of the Best in the West qualifier. How many people were at that tournament? You can tell us in a sec. Introduce yourself.
I'm Luis MtG on just about anywhere, but most people just call me Luis. It's easier.
Seriously? I don't think I've heard people call you Luis before.
That's
always been a lot of people that do. Well, there's a lot of non-Latino people that say Luis, and I'm like, just say Luis. Just say Luis. It's fine.
Okay.
So if you can pronounce it, by all means. Otherwise, Luis is usually what I go for, usually for work. But
gotcha.
Yeah. Fine.
Well, I just want to put it out there first and foremost. The week before you went down to the tournament, we were all joking at the LGS, and I said, "What's the point of you even going? It's not like you're gonna win or anything."
Hell yeah.
I think I can eat my words there. So
that was his motivation.
Props. Congrats.
He's sitting there in the finals, and it's just echoing in his head. And he's just, you don't even need to go. You don't even need to go. He's
Yep, for sure. Yeah, it was definitely some motivation of that. I don't even know what kind of, if you would just call that negative motivation, or I don't know what kind of motivation that would be. But it helped.
So tell us about it, man. How many people? What was the experience like?
What'd you play?
I haven't heard any details, so yeah.
So it was 103 people. I played blue form as usual, since I haven't felt
naturally.
I'm not comfortable enough on any other decks to like pivot off. But I definitely been looking at some other decks that I want to try out, specifically Dog Thrass, just because the whole Cradle Storm BS is pretty good, and I kind of want to do that, but I don't want to do that and not play white. So I've been trying that. But for the tournament, yeah, I brought Blue Farm, and it was pretty crazy, I think. It started out pretty bad. I went 0-2. I think the first game, it was just a seat order diff. Like second 7, I had like a turn 3. Well, I had a turn 2 Nas if I find any kind of ritual or fast mana. Otherwise, it's turn 3 Nas. But seat 1 was Vivi. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to get a turn 2. Most likely not even a turn 3. But this hand is a little too cracked to pass. So I think I should just keep it. And then I think Vivi mulligans down to 5. So I'm like, you know what? This is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, oh, it doesn't matter. Vivi's still turbo. It only needs 5 cards to win the game. I'm like, okay. So they went on their turn 2, and I just get seat diffed, which kind of sucks. So like, oh, whatever. It happens. I kept the greedy hand too. No interaction, just Nas. So whatever. Game 2, I got put in a 3-man pod because some guy just bailed after round 1. And the person that I was up against is a very notorious player who throws out stacks with no plan and throws a lot of games. So that was a little rough. They mulliganed down to 4 to find a no rod to stop my turn 2 Nas again. And the green player in C3 was just like, okay, Cradle win the game. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Got him.
Awesome.
Nice.
This is exactly what I want to see.
It's just because you're playing the best deck out there, man. You're making people scared of you.
Well, God, yeah, that's like my entire experience on Blue Farm, honestly. But yeah, I kind of just like learned later on, like people are like, oh yeah, that player does that. They just like find no rod and throws it out there, like regardless of if it's gonna actually do anything. So that was great.
Regardless of human decency.
Yeah. Right.
So that was a good time. And then let me pull up my profile. I don't remember the other games. Gotta pull it up real quick.
Well, I will say, if you're gonna collect your oof or null rod, do it responsibly, players.
Yeah. that
Chat
would be
says
nice
that
if
they think
people
you
did
won
that.
because you necroed for 36.
Who said that?
Bam!
Mods, Phantom. I don't want to talk about that.
That must
Okay,
be an old time, huh? Old story.
Oh God.
That's more recent than you'd think.
Yeah.
Yeah, too recent. Round 3, I was seat 4, which felt pretty rough. I flew under the radar enough that stuff was happening that I found a window and I just went for a just normal breach win. I don't remember too much that happened that game other than that. Round 4, we got to a pretty crazy game where I think I mulliganed down to like 5. I recovered. People were scared of me, like now that I'm back in the game to like win the game. I think I revealed my hand and showed that like I had like really nothing, but enough people were scary enough that we were all just like, let's just ID. And I was like, oh God, please no, I don't want to, but I think we just had to ID, so we ID'd, so that sucked. And then round 5, I was in seat 3, and this game was, oh man. So in seat 1 was a mono blue Urza, seat 2 was Sisay, and this was like old Sisay, like
Like
prehistoric
Oath.
build Sisay, yeah, with Najila in the 99 for like
What the hell?
combat, yeah, old prehistoric, Sisay build. Me in seat 3. And then in seat 4 was a Rog Thras. Seat 1, Mono Blue Urza pops off pretty hard. Like, they get a lot of rocks out. They look pretty scary. Sisay has a pretty good start. Rog Thras has a pretty good start. I have a decent start. And we get to a point where I start talking and politicking with the other players. I had like a sword to plowshare that I was like keeping Rock Thras under the gun. Same thing with Sisay, where I'm keeping them under the gun of like, hey, you need to show me your hand or tell me you're not winning, and I won't like swords you. They show me their hand. It's dog. It's just complete dog. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna swords your Sisay because you're gonna activate, and you can just like one more activation, you'll win. And I got them to like okay, I won't activate Sisay, and they volunteered of like, oh, I'll let you get the first Sisay activation if you don't sword her. I was like, not what I asked, but absolutely, I'll take your first Sisay activation. So I take his Sisay activation, I go through his deck, and that's when I see the build, and I'm just like, wow. And I give him a Marvin just so his colors don't go up, and I want him to have some creatures out to like,
Block.
start dealing something. It didn't matter. I was not doing a Tymna plan, so it didn't really matter to me.
Hold on, let me clarify. So by you take his first Sisay search, he's like he still controls it, but you're just searching his deck, picking what you're letting him get, essentially.
He was like, I told him like, what do you have? And he just hands me his deck of like what there are options, and I was like, I'll take it. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, interesting.
That's like a
Absolutely.
free Oppo agent right there.
Right, yeah.
It was. I didn't ask for it. He volunteered for it, and I was like, I'm not gonna say no. Absolutely.
And he let you see his hand? That is an Oppo agent.
He didn't let me see this hand. He didn't let me see.
Yeah,
it.
that's
Oh,
crazy.
okay.
Oh.
But just his deck, and I mean, I was like, oh, I'll look at the deck and I'll be able to like kind of glean what's in his hand. And after I saw the old build, I was like, okay, I have no idea what's in his hand. But at this point, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
He's
So
on
we
dock
go to the end.
side.
Yeah, yeah. We go to the end step, and I look at Rock Thras. I was like, okay, Rock Thras, why shouldn't I swords your what's it called? The 3-mana card that makes all your creatures dorks.
Vitality.
Enduring Vitality.
Enduring Vitality. Why shouldn't I swords your Enduring Vitality? He shows me his hand, and it was dog. I was like, okay, I won't blow you out of the game. And he had some scary stuff. He had what was it? Otter, Manifold, and forgot what else. Some like stuff that could be pretty scary, but it didn't like nothing that's an issue right now. Goes to his turn, nothing. Go to he just plays stuff, passes. Go to my turn. Now I'm primed for a win attempt that's not that good. All I have is a silence, and I believe it was a tutor. So I look over at the Urza player and I was like, hey, Urza, what do you have to, like, are you pushing on your turn, or can I just, we build up board stay and we keep playing the game? And he didn't want to answer the question. I was like, okay, that's not good. And I look at the other two, knowing that they don't have really anything except Sisse. Sisse is the only one I haven't seen their hand. So I asked Sisse, what do you have to stop Urza? Like, can we stop him at all? And he only shows me a silence. And I tell him, I have the same thing as well. And I then flash him a Rhystic Study and tell him, I could cast my silence first, but I don't like say it out loud. I just tell him I can cast the card that we have first, and then I can cast that to make sure it resolves. But if he has infinite mana, it doesn't do anything. And he's like, correct. So I was like, I could bait interaction with mine, and then you use yours. And he's like, yeah, we could do that. And I was like, all right. Urza silence. And I show him, he knows I have swords too. So I feign to them that I'm going to silence swords to Urza. So I go silence. Urza's like, absolutely. Like, let it resolve. So I'm like, okay, he might have like Otawara or something. So I'm like, all right. Silence resolves. Tutor, get breach, start going through it. And I'm like, Urza, do you have Otawara? And he says no, and I just look at them and say, GG, I guess. And I win the game. And the Urza player loses his mind. Like, absolutely goes ballistic of like, you're a fucking liar. Like, you like just doing that stuff. Like, he starts going crazy to the point where like he calls a judge, and I don't know what they're talking about. I'm just like, I leave. Me and the other two players come out, and we're just talking, and we're shooting the shit, and they're just like, dude, awesome feint. Like that was so good. I can't believe, like, yeah, you got us. And we were like talking about like, what kind of stuff, like they were asking me like, what could have we done different? I was like, well, one, not give me free fucking info when I didn't ask for it, and like kind of just like bully me into using it, or like one of you had to like force me to do something to the Urza like at some point, like. So I was just, helping them out, talking with them. And the guy, like, follows me around, like, still flaming me of, like, you're a fucking liar, whatever. I'm like, I didn't lie to anybody. Yeah, so that was, like, weird game.
Sounds like
Weird
it.
game with that one. Yeah, I don't know. That guy was, like...
Wild.
And that was the end of the day, or end of Swiss?
That was end of Swiss, and I made it into top 16. Thankfully.
So what, say your record again? Sorry, I lost track through all that.
So at this point, my record is 2-1-2. Yeah, and I'm able to make it into top 16. I don't know what standing I was in for top 16. I don't remember. I think I was like 14, 13. It's pretty low.
Or just kind of squeaked in.
Yeah. If I had like one more draw, I think I probably would have been like 16th, or a little higher, or one more loss maybe. But I think I barely got in just with the draw, I think. But yeah, that was Swiss. So Swiss was pretty rough, but made it. Now I just got to worry about top 16. At this point, I'm like, phew, top 16. If everything goes wrong here, which I'm sure it might, it's fine. I got to the top 16.
Sure.
So top 16 was seat 1, no bad cards Kinnan. So that was pretty scary. Seat 2 was Vivi, and it was Daryl who smoked me round 1. So nice. I was like, oh no, not him again, not another turbo.
Shout out friend of the channel, Rude Dude MTG.
Yeah.
Shout out Daryl.
And then seat 3 was me, and then seat 4 was a Kefka player, which was really awesome. So we all keep our hands. I think I mulliganed to 6, but it was like a pretty good 6. And I think Daryl mulligans to like 5, so it was like pretty rough. Kinnan kept second 7. Kefka mulligan down to 5, I believe. And the dude was like flashing his hand to me, and it was kind of dog shit. Like he had 2 lands, a ritual, Squelcher. I think he had I don't know if he drew it later, but like pretty early on he had, I think, Praetor's Grasp. Like I don't know, whatever he flashed to me, I was just like, this looks like dog shit. Like I don't know why he kept that hand, but I was like, okay, I guess I don't need to worry about him. And so I had a fish out, or Kinnan had a fish, and then I go to my turn, and I had land, Mox Diamond, Soul Ring, fish. So I had to feed Kinnan a little bit, but like I have a fish that's gonna stick around for a long time. And we start going around, and I think we went to like, my fish went up to like 5 counters on it, and Kinnan was like tapping out trying to keep it too because they were
Yikes.
scared of like not letting theirs die. And we got to a point where like Daryl like was gonna use his entire hand to just get out a curiosity, and I was like, dude, I can't handle a curiosity right now. Like, let me untap. Give me one more turn cycle. I'll untap, and I'll let you have curiosity. Like, I don't give a fuck. And he's like, dude, I gotta cast curiosity. It's like, Daryl, I'm gonna have to counter it because like I can't keep up. Like, Kinnan is outpacing me in turn order. They got dorks out that they could play, so they're keeping up with me on keeping this fish alive. Like, I cannot. I just can't handle this. So I successfully bullied him. Well, I guess not really bullied, but like we traded up him. Like, okay, I won't cast curiosity if you don't do any kind of push on your turn. I was like, absolutely. So we go like another 2 turn cycles of this, and I'm still just like, like don't do it, don't do it. To a point where like I finally have to let fish die, and we get to a point where like we're like literally yapping for like a good amount of time, and we're getting close to time, and Kinnan is looking like really good to win, and everyone's like kind of building up a board state. I'm like, I think I have like 2 lands in play and like a bunch of mana rocks. Like I'm not hitting any land drops. Like even all the cards that I'm drawing, like they're not lands. So I'm like, oh god, like to establish a board state, I'm feeding the fuck out of the Kinnan player, which is like really terrible. So we get to one of the last turn cycle, and Kinnan starts to push for a win, and we're like doing everything we can to stop them. We're tapping out. We're like using absolutely everything. Like we bounced his enduring vitality, I think 2 times, and they had a otter to keep like untapping before like it gets bounced and then replays it, and the other ones are still active, so they can tap it again for mana, cast a counter spell, re-untap them, we like bounce it, and so oh my
Jeez.
god, like it was like no bad cards. Kinnan is so insane, and we finally stop them or get to a point where they feel like they can't push anymore on their turn, and they still have flash speed and their fish out that they can maybe keep going. And then they copy. Oh, the Kefka player played like a Squelcher the turn before, and we were just like, "Why are you casting Squelcher?" And the guy was like, Squelcher pass." And we're like, "Okay." And the Kinnan player makes a
Fucking Kefka
copy.
player.
Fucking Kefka players, dude. They're all the same. And
It's a value squelcher, I promise.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it was a value squelcher,
yeah, I
just a
had
pivot blocker.
I had a clone effect, and I was just like, I was like, I kind of want to copy, but I know Kinnan's gonna copy before I can, and of course Kinnan copies it, and it doesn't really matter. So we go to Daryl's turn, and Daryl's like, I can't even push here, and I was like, you know what, Daryl, we made our deal. Just fucking send it, dude. If you get stopped, like I'm not gonna stop you because I want to get interaction out of Kinnan, and Kinnan wants to run out the clock to like just get the default win. So it's on them to try to stop you. So he tries to go for it, gets stopped from Kinnan, obviously. So we're like, damn, that sucks. Go to my turn, and I was like, all right, Daryl, I know we made our deal. Mother may I? And he's like, yeah, go for it. So I'm like, let's do it. So we go for it. I'm going through the win line. He manages to counter my silence effects, my ground abolisher, and all that. And so I'm like, okay, well now I'm at a point where I gotta send it naked. He's drawn most of his counter spells, so I think I'll be fine. And we're like on the last, I don't know, like 2 minutes of the clock that I finally like managed to barely eke out a breach win. And I could have done it a lot sooner and a lot safer, but I forgot that he made a copy of Squelcher, and I tried to counter one of his cards with a fucking offer. So I gave him 2 free treasures. And we lasted on his turn for I think like 20 minutes. So I just at that point forgot about the sculpture, but luckily it didn't bite me that much in the butt, and I managed to win the game with like I think 2 minutes or maybe a minute left on the clock, just barely enough.
Man, what a sweat. That's crazy.
Dude, oh my god, it was just I think that was probably the most sweatiest game I've ever had. I was like just like drenched, like panting, like oh my god, it was an
You check your
insane
heart rate?
thing. I didn't, but I would have been bad if I checked it, honestly.
Sounds
So
like
what about
wild game.
your finals pod?
The finals pod was a weird game. So seat 1 is Jeremy Sisse, best Sisse in California, probably in all of like the US maybe.
Yeah,
seat 2 is
great.
Ben on Animar.
Oh,
Also,
shit,
like
nice.
I think the only person
Yep.
putting out insane results on Animar.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they constantly
another-
play against each other. Jeremy and Ben are always playing against each other. Like,
Yeah, so they already 2 cracked and goated players already in seat 1 and 2. And then seat 3, Jared, another really good player. He's Timna Dargo. He's with Bite Size MTG. I don't know if you guys are, I don't think enough people are familiar with them. But another good player. And then me in seat 4. So I'm like, great. I have Timna Dargo in seat before me on Turbo. I got Sisse that I can't, like, it's a bad matchup for Blue Farm. And then I got Animar, also a bad matchup because it's all creature combos. So I'm like, this is really bad. So Timna Dargo in C3 keeps their first 7. So the table is like, yikes. Me and Jeremy in seat 1 both mulligan to 4.
Ooh.
And Animar keeps his second 7, I think, or 6. He kept a lot more cards than we did. So we're just like, shit. I think my hand was Command Tower, City of Traders, Ancient Tomb, and Intuition. So like this is really bad. Turn to Intuition for some way to stop him, I guess. So seat 1, they just play Dork Pass. Ben plays some rocks. Turn 1 Animar. Go to Jared, and he dumps out like his entire hand in rocks. So like, no,
Sounds right.
this is terrible. Go to my turn. I top deck Mox Diamonds. I'm like, cool. I have turn 1 Intuition, which I'm sure I'm gonna have to use. So play Mox Diamond, pitch the City of Traders, Ancient Tomb, pass. Jeremy plays land, Dork passes, and then Ben on Animar presents a turn 2 win.
Oh yeah.
Creature tutor, get statue, show win. We're like, no.
Oh.
So I flash the table. I'm like, I have an intuition, but I don't think I'm winning this game, even if like I get some turns off of you. I'm talking to Jared. So like I think I don't even do anything here, and like I think I just let Ben win. And Jeremy's like, yeah, I don't know, like, and Jared's like, trying to like, okay, I'll like silence myself for like 3 turns. I won't like develop anything, like we're just like, bro, 3 turns. Like look at our board, like I seen me and Jeremy exchanged hands, so we're like, dude, we are not getting back in this game in 3 turns, like maybe not even 5 turns. So I'm like, I don't know, like I don't know what you could offer me, but like I think we just lose here regardless, even if you give me that deal. And then Ben, the homie, chimes in with, yeah, dude, you got to give him like an insane deal, like he's got to like mind slaver you. And I'm just like,
What?
that's exactly what you're gonna have to do. And so I was like,
wild.
Jared, you're gonna have to let me mind slaver you for 3 turns for me to intuition here.
What?
And he's like, 3 turns? I was like,
what a deal.
Yeah, dude. It's got to be mind saver for 3 turns so I can just
Insane.
control the pace of your tempo.
Ben said that?
Ben said that, dude.
That's wild.
I was so fried that I didn't even think of that I'm like, absolutely. That's what I like. Yes, mind slaver for 3 turns. So we're like hemming and hawing, and he's like giving counter deals, and I'm just like stone cold, like 3 turns, my guy. And then he's like, okay, you know what? You got to get something out of Sisei too, because I can't just give up 3 turns. So I was like, okay, absolutely. You know what? You're
Let me
right.
drag other people down.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
try it. I was like, all right, Jeremy, if I intuition you cannot interact with my library for the rest of this game, and you can't cast Sisei for 2 turns. And Jeremy was like, okay, I have no choice. Sure. And
Wow.
Jared's still like, I don't know, like, is he like gonna just pop off without needing it? I was like, oh yeah, so he's gonna be a problem. In his hand is Gaia's Cradle, Derevi, and another dork. He will be a problem eventually, but like, yeah, like I can't think about that right now. And so we still are still like him and hawing. Jared's like, I don't know, like I don't want you to just like sack my board or like kill me with my like. He had a Academy Rectors like to like get Necro kill him, and I was like, look, why I have no reason to get out Necro and like Necro kill you, because then with me and Jeremy's board state, we're not beating Ben. So
Right. Yeah. There's no sense of me killing a third player to have
and
interaction.
and also there's no point of me sacking your entire board to get out Dargo. And even if I like build up a decent board state, I'm gonna get beat down by Dargo and Animar. So like I'm not gonna take you out of the game. I just want to control your tempo and your plays and just make sure I'm putting you in a defensive position with us to like deal with them. So he's like, okay, fine. We'll Mindslaver's good. Jeremy makes a deal. Cool. Intuition, get Mind Break Trap, get rid of the statue, get Savine's and Breach into the graveyard. We're like, cool. We go to Jared's turn, draws a land, and I tell him, okay, don't do anything, just pass your turn. We'll skip the first turn. He's like, cool. Go to my turn. Top deck, what's it called? Smythe. I'm like, phenomenal. Cast Smythe, pass.
Oh, wow.
Jeremy, he goes Gaia's Cradle, another dork, and he's setting up for infinite mana if he gets like any other piece with Derevi. So I'm like, we'll deal with that later. Go to Ben's turn, hits me for like 15 or something, like just decks me hard with Animar and his other creatures. He passes. We go to Jared's turn, and he draws for turn, Adnaz. And he's like, okay, well, we're not going to cast that. I just look at him like, we're absolutely going to cast
We are absolutely,
That's
we're absolutely casting that.
We're absolutely casting Adnaz. So well, unfortunately, I do have to sack his board to float the mana, cast the Dargo, sack Dargo with the Phyrexian Tower to make black mana, cast Nas, and it's a insane Nas. Like if he casted it himself, he would have won the game for sure. So we go through it, and I start going through a breach line with his deck, and he's like thinking to himself, like, I think I just break the deal here, and like, he's like, you know what? No, I'm gonna just not break the deal. I'm gonna eat my Denny's because we haven't eaten anything all day. I'm gonna let you fumble through my deck. I was like, you are a fucking champ and my guy, dude. Awesome. So I started trying to put together a Dargo win, and I'm fumbling hard. It's
difficult if you don't
absolutely
know what you're doing. Yeah.
I have no idea what I was doing. It's horrendous. They're all just like clowning on me and blaming me, and I'm just like, what am I doing? And I'm going through his deck where I'm like, I don't know why I forgot. You have Peer into the Abyss. I don't know why I'm making myself look like an idiot. I'm just going to Peer myself twice. I'm going to Peer Jared once so I can make a bunch of treasures. Get rid of like whatever he has so he has no way to interact with me. Go to my turn, and then I just win with Breach with like more than half my deck in my hand. And that's
sick.
how I won.
Wow.
Which was hilarious.
Yeah,
But
is.
I want to
That's
give
wild.
a special shout out to Jared for being a man of honor, dying with honor, dude. He could have easily broken that deal, but he was like, you know what? My word, my deal is more important than this win, and I will keep it. Which is, I trust that guy with my life now.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
they say cowards die multiple deaths, but people with honor die but once.
Yeah, honestly. Shout out to Ben for the Mindslaver idea and Jared for keeping with it.
I've played against Jeremy so many times, and he is just so damn good. You can't give that guy an inch. Like,
nah, dude.
It's crazy.
Well, it sounds like maybe T&D is going to be your new deck. You just got to drop blue. You already got a crash course.
Oh god, dude, it was so
hilarious.
yeah, it was yeah, it was pretty funny. Definitely made myself a fool trying to put together to play a deck blind. It was great. It was fun.
I don't know.
Hey,
At the end,
casting
man,
that many peer into the abysses is nice, though. You're making me salivate a little bit over here.
Oh yeah, it was pretty hot. It was pretty good. It felt nice.
that's
Yeah.
sick.
Pretty sweet.
That's a great finals. That's a great story.
I think that just
To
goes to show
resolve
how
Mindslaver, and not even have it in the deck, that's pretty good.
Best intuition ever.
Yeah.
that was. I think a lot of people will get hung up on like the Mindslaver deal where it's just like the unique circumstances of how just effed the pod was that sometimes you gotta make crazy deals. But I think now anyone that's gonna hear about this is gonna know where the line of the deal is now. This is the line. Like
Well,
you don't do this deal because like it's just too detrimental.
I don't know, man. People keep doing this. Like at Fishbowl, it was what's his name? It was it seems like these finals tables all come down to deals. Because
I think so.
at Fishbowl, Evan was like it was an Atali player seat one, it was Julian, and they all mulliganed down, and Evan mulliganed down to a mind break trap and played it and was like, all right, because it was also Tim Nadargo was in the pod, I forgot who else. And he was just like, all right, here's a mind break trap, and he showed everybody the mind break trap that he mulliganed to, and just was like, whoever goes first is getting it. Like, and then we've got Cosmic Crown where Zach Adler makes a deal with Julian that he will never target him or his VV the entire game with the Bowmaster that he lets resolve, if VV lets it resolve. And VV just goes and wins. And now we have it. Like, it seems like these final pods are coming down to deals and politics, man. Like,
Yeah,
Yep.
people make these deals like all at well, granted mine was like very unique and way more detrimental, but people do these like mini Mindslaver deals like all the time, like with the Tali players, like Julian does that. Like, okay,
yeah,
don't stop my Tali, I'll let you control what I cast. Like you pick whatever I cast. Same thing with like Nas players too. I've done it too, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to like 5 cards and then I'll just flip and you tell me to stop. Like people do these mini Mindslaver deals like all the time. So this was like I think as far as I know, the first like full on unrestricted Mindslaver deal.
you have to be
Multiple
hyper
turns in a
specific.
row.
Because I saw Julian do it firsthand at the Doot Loot tournament in my pod, where he said, you can control my Atali flip. And then he let the Rock Thrash player control his first Atali flip. Obviously, he didn't let him cast anything. And then he plays Food Chain and continues Food Chain Atali. And he's like, no. I meant the first Atali flip. And then, so, like, you have to be hyper specific if you're making these types of deals.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he did that deal, like, yeah, I'll let you control what I cast or whatever. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna just cast like exile everything. So feel free to not let me cast anything. Doesn't matter. Your library's gone.
Yeah, exactly. We have a couple people in chat. One says, "Good thing there wasn't a Trinisphere." I'm gonna agree with that one. The AAA card says, "Congrats to the win, Luis."
Oh, thanks, man.
And yeah, that's a great point, Ed. Not getting blown out and seeing more turns is big. That's what players want to do, is see more turns.
Yeah. Even if you make a bad deal, you can try to claw back out of it. Like, I mean, he was doing the math too of like, Jared was thinking like, what could I draw in 3 turns that will like completely make this game unwinnable? And I don't know, like, I don't think you can do the math very well. Like, what are the chances of me drawing Nas here? What are the chances of me drawing Peer here to like, peer him and like.
Especially
So
not
I think
on
the
the
math
spot.
is just like, yeah, right. Like after an entire day of playing Magic, like we have to move. We also had to move to Denny's because like the venue kicked us out. We went to like at the end of it.
Oh, that's what that comment was. I thought he just had like DoorDash Denny's or something.
No, sorry, yeah, I didn't even
or
specify that. Yeah,
leftovers.
we had to go to Denny's because like the venue was like the store was like, hey, we're closed. Like we went too long, so we were at Denny's playing there. So he was just like, yeah, like you know what, have at it. I'm gonna eat my Denny's.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The finals ending in a Denny's. You don't hear that very often either.
Which was funny because the event the day before, the little mini silver event, also had to end at Denny's because we ran out of time at the venue and had to move there. So it was,
That's crazy.
for me, back to back Denny's for the events.
Wasn't the venue TC's Rockets?
Yeah, but they have like a hard. We close at 10. Yeah,
That's
10?
wild. They're hosting the event. It's a card shop.
It's their shop.
Yeah.
They can run it however they want.
That's crazy. I mean, we love TC's. Shout out to TC's. It's a great shop, but that is kind of crazy.
blame them. They had like they have a full staff, lights. Like it's
They've got
who's gonna
tons of
stay
play
there to do that,
space.
you know?
Like, yeah. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's neither here nor there. Congratulations, dude. That sounds like a hell of a run you went on. Barely squeaking it in and then just fucking running the shit. Congrats, dude.
Yeah.
I always look back on it now, and it's a little surreal how crazy it was. It was loss, win, draw, win, which is like,
Yeah.
whew.
Yeah, you had to win out.
Yeah,
man.
that's a rough start to the day. Like
Yeah,
after an
reverse
0-2 going into round 3, I'd be feeling pretty rough.
Yeah, reverse sweep
yeah.
it basically.
But
Now
yeah,
you just have to add SenCal to your name so that you can represent, man.
Woo, I should. Yeah, I got to do that.
I know. I got to bug Carlos about it too because you guys are the ones fucking putting us on the map.
Yeah.
So
Woo.
hey, we've got what 3 out of 10 players in the top 10 for the circuit now, the California circuit. We've got Carlos, you, and Beast Fierce in second,
Yeah.
and I think Rupon's
I-
10th too. Actually, we might have 4 of the top
Rupon's
10.
10th. I'm looking at it right now. Yep.
Let me go
10th.
to it.
I think you're
I
third
wanna
or
take a
fourth,
look at it as
Luis.
well.
Yeah.
Man,
Nice.
dude, I had a big jump. I don't know. I think up until that event, I was in a pretty nasty rut, dude. I was like having a hard time closing games because of people like,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
fourth.
at Cosmic Crown. That's where that Necro story comes from. Nico is that he necroed for 35 at Cosmic Crown and whiffed, and so Ed keeps telling him you should have necroed for 36.
I got it. Fucking Ed,
I-
man. He'll
I
get you like that.
So I could have. So I had to do 35 because I needed 1 life to stay alive. I needed 1 life for force, and I needed 2 extra life for a vamp tutor or any of the tutors that I saw just in case. So I left myself at 4. So I could have technically gone down 3 more cards all the way down to 1 life, but I was like, I have so much mana. I have like I have everything going for me. I have a what was it? I think it was a 68.9% chance of hitting any one of my 3 enablers, whether Final Fortune or the Flash enablers, to win the game. Didn't hit a single one. So
Jeez.
I guess I could have gone down 2, 3 more deep, but
Hey, you saved all your luck for a much bigger tournament.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, for sure.
That's what I keep
So
telling
what-
myself.
What was first place? What'd you get? Did you
Oh God, I
get anything
forgot
cool?
to mention. So, it was cash. We all did an anonymous vote to split prizing. Everybody voted to split except Jared.
Wait, didn't you just say it was anonymous?
I mean, at the end he says like, okay, it was me that
Oh,
split.
okay.
He like told us afterwards, and we were just like, we like look at him like, Jared, what the? And he's like, dude, look, do you see my star? To the Dargo. Like, I'm faster than all these decks here. Of course I'm split. Of course I'm not splitting. So I took the
Yeah.
full first place cash prize and straight to red.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, yeah.
Nice.
It all worked out, man.
Responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely didn't really hit until like I think the next week where I'm like, wow. But yeah, it was awesome.
Congrats.
Now,
man.
is that your
well deserved?
first win in general at a tournament or first big win? I don't really know what your record is. I know you play a lot.
Top 4.
but- yeah.
First big event, the second biggest event was I top 4 at Fishbowl 4, 5.
Okay.
Top 4 one of the Fishbowls. I've won a lot of like small golds like at the Bay Area and like those. But I think this is definitely my first big win.
Nice. Because you said this was
Congrats, man.
103 players. So this was a platinum.
Yeah, it was a platinum, and it was also my 100th event.
Wow,
That was pretty
It's
sick.
meant to be.
Cool.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, it was awesome.
that's pretty sick. So, did you have any like sick tech that you brought for the tournament?
Yeah, I fucking booted Necropotence from the deck. That was my sick tech.
Scary card. Doesn't always
Replaced it
win
with
games.
Mem Knight. Are you on Mem Knight? Please don't tell me you're on Mem Knight. Oh, come on. You're not one of them.
So I slotted out Necro for Praetor's Grasp,
Okay.
and it's been it helped me win one of my games.
Okay.
Oh, Praetor's
I
Grasp
mean,
is dope.
it's just essentially a slightly better but slightly worse in the right circumstances, like Grim Tutor. Like
Yeah,
if you know
I
what
use
you're
it all
going
the
to
time
do.
with LED. I snatch somebody's card and then I crack my LED and cast the card, and yeah, we're off to the races.
It's also used for like more greedy plays. Like if you have like, oh, I could turn 2 breach if I consultation for breach, but if I hit it, it's like shit. Now I gotta Praetor's Grasp take someone else's breach. I never do those because I know my luck is not good enough to do those. I will exile all the cards I need. But that is something you could do when like something gets exiled from a consult or Ragavan. You can just snatch it from somebody else.
Yeah. In my deck, in my Grixis deck, it's the closest thing I have to like Savines. Like if my breach is fucked or something like that, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
guess I gotta jack one.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
I always, as blue form, I always hate seeing Praetor's Grasp by somebody else, especially Grixis deck, because I know they're taking my breach.
That's how I feel
No,
with Tim
please.
Nadargo. If there's not a Grixis, I'm like, all right, I'm the next best thing for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, also like last time, like I used Praetor's Grasp to just grab a Clock of Omens from Magda. So I was like, fuck you. You're not winning this next turn.
Yeah, I guess you could do that too. Can they do they have any other way to make infinite treasures? I don't think they do.
No.
I don't think so. I think
They
they
didn't
just
do
have
shit
to.
the rest
they
of the
just have to
game, I'll tell you
value
that.
Sad
Oh,
face, man.
Esteban in chat says
That's
last time he
funny.
made a deal with Luis, he time walked me as Gwenum.
Oh, this was a good one. So he showed what was it? The one where 2 people imp seal?
Oh,
Yeah,
Scheming Symmetry.
Scheming Symmetry. He's like, hey, Scheming Symmetry, like, are you gonna counter this? I was like, all right, Esteban, I will not counter your Scheming Symmetry if you target me. And he's just like, oh, what do I have to get? I'm like, get whatever you want. Unrestricted, it just has to target me and I won't counter it. So he's like, okay, I'll target you. And I was playing Dog Thrash, so I was like, sweet. He gets up, he's setting up for a win. We go to the end of the turn before me. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna use my last mana. I'm gonna Noxious Revival that land on top of your library, Esteban. All right, go to my turn. And I think I just set up like a more crazy board state to be able to stop him and police the table, and I just passed him.
Damn.
That's
Got him.
rough, man.
Yeah.
Rough. Too
Oh,
funny.
that's great.
Honestly,
I love you,
Luis, after I've played you a lot more recently, I don't make anywhere near as many deals with you, or I don't let you get as much value out of them.
What do you mean?
Like
We draw all the time.
well, for sure, it's because I give you too many deals. Because you don't let me win enough. But no,
You're
like
letting me
I used to let you hit me with Ragavan like 2 or 3 times. Now it's like once. Nah, man,
Fuck
one
Ragavan.
time, yeah, and then that's it. You know.
Cam loves my Ragavan.
Bro, we never play each other. I don't know what it is, but we never get potted up to against each other, except at the 99, and that was
Right.
a scuffed game. That was
Luis, I feel like you and I play each other in every event we're at together.
Oh god, I think most events were like being held under the gun by somebody, and we're like, all right, I'll send a win if we ID.
I think I've played you 2, maybe 3 times in the year I've been playing CDH.
Yeah, for real. I don't know. Probably the pennies were really weird.
Yeah, I think there
I don't
has
know what's up with
something to
that.
do alphabetically. I've been thinking this for a long time because Wes and I used to go to GPs where there's like hundreds of people in events and we'd get paired up like every single time. And whenever we go to out of town tournaments and stuff, we get paired up. So I think it has something to do alphabetically, but I haven't figured out the algorithm yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's like an elo matching or anything like that, like it does. So I think we should start at the shop. What we should start doing is instead of pairing the first round as a Swiss pod, pair it as a random, and then go Swiss from there. I don't know if that
Yes,
might
that's a great idea.
help or do something.
Well, it's worth a
'Cause,
shot.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think there's like pairing based on like alphabetically, elo, or win weight, something like I don't know. Maybe it might be best to start the first round on random.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'll propose that to Tim.
Oh, sure.
Ed said, "No, I always get that full Carlos."
Dude, Ed always gets potted with Carlos. Oh my! I
But
feel
that's
so
C
bad.
and E. That's close. C and E is close. Nico and Luis, N and L are close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Well,
Yeah,
if
that
you're using
mhm.
that logic as if it's the first name, that doesn't match up with you and Wes.
No, that's the top deck names though. Like for the longest time, like mine was because K and W. So that is a little further
Right.
apart. Yeah. But for the longest time my top deck name was like we had first and last name. Like you guys are all single names, correct? Nico's not Martinez. I'm not gonna
I
dox
recently
anybody
changed
else.
mine anyway. You guys are going.
I don't know. There's something to it. I think there's something to
I'm
it.
sure there is. I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah.
So, Luis, what's the next big event you're going to?
Man, I don't know. There's like a lot of events happening, and I don't know if I have enough time or monies to do them.
Wait a second. I thought you just put in chat. You and Esteban are going to back LA.
We were, and then we found out that they're full. So
yeah, I
we're
saw.
like,
I looked up one today,
shit.
dude. The one on Saturday has 12 people on the wait list, but they also capped it hella small.
Yeah, apparently it filled up. So I hit up Wayne. I was like, hey, like, what are the chances of me getting in here? Because usually it's pretty high. And he's like, dude, it's been full for a while now. I'm like, fuck.
Damn.
So yeah, those plans are I guess canceled. So that sucks.
You going to Atrium?
I do want to go to the Atrium. I missed out on the early bird special, unfortunately. The money didn't kick in from that win for me to pay for the Atrium, but whatever, it's fine. Let me look at the calendar.
Didn't they give a ticket to the Atrium to the winner?
No, they raffled a ticket. Yeah, I'll let them know to see.
I thought they were giving one to the winner.
Yeah, talk to Ben.
I could be mistaken. Yeah, talk to Ben or Wayne about that.
I haven't been told anything about that. I know they were raffling it off. That's all I know. But
I would just inquire just in case.
Yeah. So I was planning on, me and Esteban were planning on going this weekend and staying the night there and hitting up both events in LA. But now, I guess we're not doing that, which sucks. There's one in Sacramento that I might just go do on Saturday. But like big events, there is March 15th. There's a 7K in Nevada, which I kind of want to go to. But then
that's
that
the St.
following
Patrick's Day
weekend,
one, right?
Yeah, that following weekend is the Albuquerque event for the one that Waffle is doing in his hometown. So I got to do one of those two, and then March 28th.
But those aren't the California circuit, bro.
Dude, I know. But the only one we're doing that's California circuit is the Atrium, which I'm definitely going to that one. But that's, I believe, the only events in March that are happening.
And then April, you got Crown 2.
April.
Yeah, 2 weeks before Vegas is Cosmic Crown 2.
Yeah, the 18th.
Oh,
and 19th.
I don't think I added that one. Did they post it? I didn't remember seeing that.
He's working on a venue, but it's for sure going to be that weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably why I didn't see it. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's everything's kind of up in the air right now. Which events I'm going to be doing? For sure, the Atrium.
And you are not doing GP Vegas, right? Or MagicCon Vegas?
Nah, it's like I don't like Vegas. It's like giga expensive. I don't know. You don't really get the goodies you get for buying the badges are kind of dog shit. And
we just get the bare minimum.
Yeah, they don't get there's no official CDH events because they can't be proxy. So I'm like,
yeah.
The only CDH events to do are like single limb, which is like, this isn't CDH.
Not worth it.
For me, it's not worth. Like I just not gonna bother to go.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because you're not like a huge collector or anything either, right?
No, I just completely divested out of Magic. So I mean, at some point, I'm gonna probably start rebuilding something. But that would be the only reason, I would go. And that's the only reason I went to the other ones, because I was hunting down retro foils, and I found only 2, and I was looking for like 10, which was crazy. Nobody has retro foils. It's weird.
No, they don't. I know. I bought the 2 off you.
Yeah.
I've been looking myself.
Everybody who has them wants to keep them.
Yeah, they're really nice.
So speaking of divesting out of Magic right now, did you guys hear about the tournament on the East Coast? The player who made top 4 and got DQ'd because he had an accidental 11th proxy in a 10 proxy tournament.
Yep. I heard at least that headline, yeah.
Such BS.
So I listened to the Critical EDH podcast with Jordan interviewing the player, and this guy is super nice. He was taking full responsibility, and he offered the concession of like, hey, I will buy the cheapest card out of the 11 was an Imperial Seal. He's like, I will buy an Imperial Seal right now if I can continue playing.
Was there like one at the shop to buy or something like that?
There was. judge staff and or TO were all like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He said, I will forego all of my prizing and I will buy the Imperial Seal. Like, just like, I really just want to play. Because this was his first tournament. He drove 3 hours from DC to, I forgot the location, but drove 3 hours north to this tournament and then ended up getting DQ'd. And to boot, the top pod was a 3-man. They didn't even move someone up.
That's
They had a
crazy.
3-man finals.
That's crazy.
Well, I want to pass the ball back to you, Julian, as a judge. What would go through a judge's mind to make such a ruling? Would you make a ruling like that?
So absolutely not. There's there is guidelines that are in place for the multiplayer addendum and cheating, which it didn't fall under any of that. There was no reason to DQ the player. I mean, at worst, you replace the proxy with a basic land. You let the player play. You are in my opinion, you are disrupting too much of the tournament to disqualify the player for a limitation that, in my opinion, shouldn't be there anyway. You should be able to play with 100 proxies or 101 if you're playing with a companion. But you should be able to play with proxies and all of them. So, I mean, it's the store's prerogatives, the TO's prerogative to put that limitation, but I don't think that the player should have been DQ'd. He should have been allowed to play.
It ruined everyone's
Yeah,
tournament.
Yeah. And personally, I agree about there shouldn't even be a 10 proxy limit. That's just silly. In CDH, that's crazy.
It's just gatekeeping. Either allow it or don't.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw
what
some of
benefit do
the,
you get from limiting it to 10 proxies? Like, unless the shop's like right there, like, hey, look at all these CDH staples we have. Who wants them? Like,
Right. And but that's the thing too. Even if the shop does have all these staples and players come with 100 proxies, we're still CDH players. We're still gonna buy expensive cards. Like, I mean, at Cosmic Crown, I mean, how much of your deck was proxy, Cam? Like
8 cards.
Okay. And the rest of the stuff is real. And you were actively looking for cards to replace the proxies that you had or to upgrade the cards. Like, players are going to buy cards regardless if they have 100 proxies or if they have 0 proxies. There's still something for another deck or something else that's gonna pique their interest and they're gonna buy. So I still don't think that a store should say, we need to maximize our potential profits by limiting the amount of proxies.
I agree.
If you have a proxy limit, like, or not, if I don't have $700 for Mox Diamond, whether you have a proxy limit or not, I'm not gonna have $700 for a Mox Diamond.
Yeah. I mean, the price of a cradle is up now. It's past $1,000. It's 1,100, almost 12 for a basic, like just a non-foil.
And it's never like, it doesn't alter the gameplay. And I've seen more blinged out commander decks or CDH decks than I have full proxied CDH decks.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to spend the money, like you said, Julian. They're going to spend the money.
Yeah, because once a player finds a deck that's like their pet deck, they'll some form or another, whether it's with one paycheck or it's over the course of 4 or 5 years, that pet deck is gonna look blinged out.
And
my blue farm before I sold it. Yeah, my blue farm before I sold it was 6 cards away from being real. The 5 duels and the Mox Diamond.
Yeah. See, I mean,
Nice.
Yeah, that's still a couple grand, but still, I mean, your deck at that value at that point was still probably over $8,000, if not 10.
A good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were making a comparison that they looked at Steel City statistics, and there was 100 and something 514 players or something like that, right, for Steel City, and an average cost of a deck being like $7,500. Like, let's say there was onlookers and other players for free play, whatever. Let's round it up to 6. They were looking at like millions of dollars because of players like us who want to have nice looking cards.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Sure.
It's crazy how much money people walk around with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
I definitely started building. I'll go first, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say I just can't see the point in having only 10 proxies. Like I don't, and like how do you come up with 10 as the limit? Like what's your like? Why not 15? Why not 8? Why not 3 proxies? Why not like what are we doing here?
It's a weird arbitrary number. I think that number they got it from Vintage, right? Vintage tournaments have 10 proxy
Yes.
limits. I think that's where they
Yeah.
got that number from.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like the ratio. If you're trying to keep it of the same ratio, like the ratio doesn't match up to
Right, because that's 60
Magic
cards.
cards. Yeah. So
Yeah, like we should have 15 or 20.
That's some good
I
math
mean,
there.
it's a sixth, roughly.
yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's all weird. I think the discourse for it too on Twitter was like even more like just mind numbing. All the people are like, well, it's good he got DQ'd because he was cheating. He had 11 proxies. And it's like, bro, you're
Yeah.
definitely just like trying to like antagonize people because like what physical like advantage would someone get by playing an 11 card proxy? What difference does that one piece of cardboard make?
Right, because if it was real, which it definitely could have been, because if he would have caught it, it would have been real prior to the event. Like it would have been
The same thing.
replaced.
It
It
would have been
makes
the same
zero difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's these
Yeah,
type of
crazy.
things that, like you said, like the discourse, like it's like the 11-hour game. Like
Legendary.
the Magic community loves blowing up CDH shit. They love just shitting on CDH and blowing up anything that happens because all you hear about is, oh, I don't want to play CDH. I don't want my game to end on turn 2. Blah 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 blah. And then they give you shit for having an 11-hour game. Like it's like there's no in between it. Like what? Like
Yeah,
I love how all the
11
people
hours is
like
the most-
all the casual people are like 11-hour game. This format's a joke, and it's like, dude, you guys are playing casual. You telling me you didn't have an 11-hour kitchen table game of casual?
Yeah.
I've done that multiple times with friends. What are you talking about? Like, why
my
are you getting
average
mad about?
casual game's like 6 hours long.
Yeah, or I mean, they're sitting at a table where there's 8 of them. Like
Yeah.
you're sitting around playing an 8-person CDH or an 8-person commander game, and you're telling us you're waiting almost a full hour to get to one turn.
Or you guys
And not
literally
even getting
take a break.
prizes.
Yeah, you guys will stop the game, go eat pizza, fuck around, whatever, drink beers, and then come back and finish that game. That's gonna take another 6 hours because someone board wiped for the 5th time. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like, why you, who is playing a 5-man pod, are going to tell me? I will never
No.
play a 5-man pod ever again. Sorry, any viewers or listeners or anything, but no, I won't do it.
And yeah, viewers, we're not shitting on Casual Commander. I mean, we have played our fair share of Casual Commander. I mean, I've got a bracket 2 deck. Like, I still have it. It's just different flavors or different strokes for different folks. I mean, we love our CDH. We love playing competitively, and we want that drive. We want that motivation, and that's what we actually have a great segue into. March 15th, at Clovis Cards and Comics, In Response will be hosting a Learn to Play CDH event. And you can come meet, maybe, the Best in the West champion.
15th, you say?
No.
Sunday.
Sunday? That's the same day as that tournament I told you about in Nevada. What the heck?
Yeah,
It's
but
true.
it's Nevada. It's not like you're going to win or anything.
Now I gotta go.
Ah!
Let's Magic
Now
Monday.
you definitely have to go.
Got
Now I
him.
have to go. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I probably won't be going to that. I also have God, what is up with March 15th? I have a party I got invited to. I have that event in Nevada, and then I got you guys doing this thing. Fuck, dude, what's up with that
Well,
date? Why
see,
is March 15th stacked?
You can either do the event in Nevada or the party and the Learn to Play CDH event. See?
Mm-hmm.
What time is Learn to Play?
It's like we're starting at noon, but it's going to go. People have asked what time it's going to end. I think somewhere between 3 and 5 because we're just going to do a presentation, break off into groups, and then whenever people stop playing.
Yep.
Oh, it's a noon. Well,
Yeah.
fuck
Good day.
Nevada. I'll go.
We got the
Nice.
champ.
I'll go to that, and then I'll go to the party. Move easy.
Hell yeah. It is St.
Sweet.
Patty's weekend, so I think that's why there's
Oh,
a few
yeah.
things.
And isn't that like March Madness too? Something like that? Like, isn't college basketball happening around that time?
It'll be in the heat of it, probably round 2.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Don't watch sports.
Yeah, you and Nico both.
Me neither.
Sports
What are
balls.
sports? Yeah.
I used to be into baseball when I was a kid, and then Just fell off.
Chat says, can we make it a
Those-
bronze? Yeah, we'll do a beginner bronze event.
Yeah,
bronze
beginner
event.
bronze event. Dang.
We need the
Head
points,
bump to
man.
pump
We need the.
stomp.
We need-
Yeah, I know it's
Wait,
learned
Luis,
as I see
Luis,
it,
go-
but I gotta jump in real quick. I gotta get some bronze events.
Yeah, Luis, go to Albuquerque. Go to Albuquerque.
We're just gonna be like, don't worry, guys. Everybody just sign up for this thing really quick, and everybody register really quick. And
Yeah.
what is that? What is this top deck thing? Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
We'll handle it
Log
for you
in, make an
guys.
account, and yeah.
Yeah, that's like what Wizards and the shops used to do with the DCI numbers. Just oh, you forgot your DCI number? Here's a new DCI number.
Here's another
This should
one.
get you
Dude,
registered.
I think I've had 3 DCI numbers at one point, and I had to go call support to combine them all into one.
I
Oh my
remember having to
God.
do that too.
That's funny.
Man, I remember I was like, oh God, was it high school? End of high school, I racked up like a lot of Planeswalker points. Like, hey, I think I have enough points to
God,
go to
Planeswalker points.
go to the event. And then I think like that same year, they're like, so we're getting rid of Planeswalker points now. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, I was
Yeah.
so tilted. I was like, I grinded so many points.
Yeah,
Damn,
I
it's
remember
horrible.
Planeswalker points.
You got burned by Planeswalker points and top deck points. Fuck, bro. Stop competing and stuff.
Are DCI numbers even a thing anymore? Like, are they
No,
used
no.
for anything?
I think they're still a thing, but I don't think they're used. I think if you log into
No,
the
they
Wizards account,
they discontinued them like 5 years ago or something. Like it's now
Oh,
yeah.
like, everything's
I
through the
remember
companion app.
logging in and seeing my numbers
Okay.
still, but I don't recall it.
Yeah, they're
being
all
used
for
for
your arena login, basically.
Yeah, it's all the
Gotcha.
MTG
That makes
companion
sense.
app, like the one we sign
Wow.
into, like at the shop and shit like that. Yeah, that's how they run it all now.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
even
bad for the shop. I want to sign in, but I don't have the app because I don't have enough room on my phone.
What? Sounds like a BS excuse.
Yeah, you
Dude,
better hit
I
up
got
Boost
this
Mobile.
phone when it first came out, dude. It's like 8 gigabytes of like storage. It's tiny, dude. I got
Damn.
nothing on. I have not.
maybe
upgraded.
maybe
iPhone
you
12.
should have maybe you should have saved 1 month rent for a new phone.
No,
Just get like a portable hard drive you can plug into your phone and just like carry it around with you.
right?
There you go.
There you go.
An external hard drive for my phone. Damn. I know that there are those cases that have the external one on it. Yeah.
Yeah, they have
Oh,
them, the
I saw that.
MagSafe external hard drives for like if
Yeah,
you shoot a lot of
yeah,
videos
yeah.
on your phone. They're pretty cool.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. You guys should do that for some mobile like recording games. That'd be sick. For
Yeah, we
events.
actually got a new camera for that we need to use a little bit more. Yeah.
Cam's the tech guy. He's got it covered.
Hell yeah. That'd be sick.
Sweet. Well, I think that'll wrap up the interview for now. Is there anything else that you wanted to toss out there, Luis?
You want to
Any
plug?
shout outs or anything? Yeah, plug for anything.
I already shouted people out. I want to I think I want to vocalize a criticism I have about the California CDH scene.
hot take.
Is that we have a hype problem. I don't think enough events and people are just hyping up the stuff that's happening. Like most of the golds and like other than like Fishbowl, the big events that happen in California, these discords don't do any shout outs of like, hey, big congratulations to the winners and these people for top 16 or whatever. Like I'm seeing that happen in like the Texas server, the Utah server. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why aren't we like, who's in charge of these servers that are not doing this? Like, I'm doing it in the Central Valley server because we're so small. So I'm trying to hype up like all the events that we have, or even the people, the Central Valley people that go to events and do well somewhere else. Like, I'm trying to do that to, get people more motivated to do events. So I think that is a problem California has right now. Is just a motivation problem to get people hyped up and wanting to go to events and do well.
Because California's chill, dude.
That's a good call, man. Like the circuit, the California circuit Discord is quiet. There's never
Yeah.
anything going on in there.
Yeah, that's a perfect one that can be shouting out all the events that are happening all across California, the Bay, LA, Central Valley, up. I know that's pretty rare to have some, but I think the only place up past Sacramento is Ukiah that's doing events that I go to because I have some homies up there, so I always want to support them. So I'll drive the 6 hours out there to support them as well. So, but yeah, I mean that would, like you said, that's a perfect spot to do it, and it's just silent.
Yeah, I would be willing to hit up Zach and Alex to see how if they want to expand it and stuff. But I'm so busy with ours and expanding our channel and expanding our tournaments and stuff like that. Also, behind the scenes, we're constantly coordinating with Wayne and Daryl and Zach to make sure our tournaments don't step on each other's feet and stuff like that. So It's definitely a lot of work, but it is something that needs to happen a lot more. You're right.
There definitely needs to be like a TO coalition of a bunch of shops kind of just talking of like,
Well,
hey,
that was the
doing
intention.
this.
That was
That's
the intention
literally
of
what
it all.
we tried to start doing. Yeah.
And they were
Yeah.
they're supposed to like hype up our events, hype up the shop. Like that's one of the things that like when you go to their website, like that says like, hey, what are the benefits of joining the circuit? And so it's definitely something that needs to I don't know if be addressed is the right term, but something that should be brought up. I think that's a good point that you brought up for sure.
I think we have a PR problem.
Sure.
I guess would be the best way to put it. I think.
Awesome. Well,
Well,
we
keep-
appreciate your 2 cents in and all that stuff. That was a
Yeah.
very insightful comment. Anything else you guys wanted to add?
No, he's got me thinking now. You know.
No?
Awesome. Well, if nobody else has anything, that is the show. So, thanks to everybody who joined us here live tonight. Make sure you guys tune in with us every other week here at youtube.com/InResponseMTG25 for the live show. And if you miss it, don't forget that you can catch us on YouTube later on. Follow us on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts. Also, please check us out on Instagram because our Instagram's quite popping. Don't forget to drop any likes and comments and subscribe so you guys get the notifications when we post new content. We, as always, appreciate all the support. Thank you all so much. And until next time, stay magical.
Cam, I gotta,
Oh, sorry. We do. Oh, no, this is our second episode. We need to shout out Clovis Cards and Comics, our awesome sponsor. And we also need to shout out our awesome patrons, Alex over at TAC G Cards and Roommate, aka Thomas. So thank you guys for being our patrons.
I almost wanted to remind you earlier, and I was like, I think he's
You're
gonna
so
get
right.
it, and then I'm like,
No. I need to add it to the outro script.
Come on, bro. Lock in, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Thank
earlier
you.
too. I was like, man, I fucked up the intro. I got to lock in on this outro here.
And
Bit of a
Awesome.
loosey goosey episode we got here, but yeah, thanks to our patrons. Appreciate the support from everybody.
Absolutely. And Clovis Cards and Comics, you guys have been awesome with everything. We look forward to doing more content with you guys in the future.
Yep.
Well, that's it. So
Okay.
we appreciate all the support, everybody. And that's it for reals this time. So thank you all so much. And until next time, stay magical.